is Morbid by Nature, and welcome back. And today I am going to be talking about what I have been doing these past several months. Last time I've probably been on YouTube was back in October, and kind of went on a little hiatus because I was really busy at work. Plus, I decided that I finally wanted to start my Etsy shop, but not only that, to revamp some old shops that I had online as well. So that's what I've been doing for the past several months, and I pretty much launched everything in the beginning of 2019. And 2018, I was looking to start doing these shops, starting my Etsy shop up and going, but it just kind of didn't happen. I had a lot of personal things going on, and that'll probably be another video someday in the future, who knows. But anyways, so it was really kind of hard to get my shop going. So I decided that at the end of 2018 that, I would get the ball rolling, and was definitely setting it as a goal that 2019 I am so getting my shops up and going, and I have. So yeah, that's what I've been busy these last several months. It's been a little sad not being on here. Even if I'm not making videos, just seeing people's videos, people who I follow and watch and who might follow me back. Yeah, I've missed being up here and missed talking to people. I've been a little bit of a hermit lately. I think that's my my introverted personality. Yeah. But I've been dealing with a lot of social anxiety, so just talking to people can be very hard, especially where I'm in a profession where I have to talk to people all the time. But also too, it's been really challenging because friends have been wanting to hang out, and my anxiety is kind of just preventing me from doing any of that. And the same thing too, being on video, even though that I am not talking to a person face to face, I know that I'm going to be reaching people, and that causes extreme anxiety. And this is a reason why I started basically my YouTube channel, was to help me out with that form of anxiety, because it is a chronic anxiety, and can be pretty tricky sometimes. Sometimes I feel that it holds me back. So towards the end of 2018, I decided that I wanted to kind of have multiple shops going. And I right now have 4 shops. I have my Etsy shop, and I have my Zazzle shop, my Society 6 shop, and also to my Redbubble shop. I just started this one probably a few days ago, so there's not much product in there. But basically, I wanted to kind of feel active in having a small type of business. I work full-time, so it's kind of hard to do a small business full-time. It's next to impossible. So I wanted to kind of make some extra cash, and it be something that, it's things I can do in my free time, but also to dealing with a website that will basically do everything for you. And that is what Zazzle and Society 6 and Redbubble are all about. So if you're unfamiliar with those types of sites, basically you can upload images or artwork, and what you do is that you can pick products that you want to see your images on. And they can be t-shirts, they can be coffee mugs, I've seen pillows, blankets, even comforter sets, shower curtains, bowls, anything that you name it, you can get it printed up on. It's a great way for artists who, you know, they want to make some extra cash, but they don't want to basically be doing all this work. And this is where the sites come in. You upload your images, you find the products that look good, and when somebody comes across your artwork and the products that you have it on, if they really like it and they buy it, basically what the companies do is that they print up the images on said item and they mail it out to the customer. So it's a really just easy way that, you know, you can get a few dollars for basically, you know, uploading an image onto a coffee mug and having somebody buy it. And you don't have to do any of the heavy work. So if you are interested in purchasing any of my products that I have in any of my shops, definitely check out the sites in the description below. And now onto my Etsy shop. I just launched it probably at the end of February, and it's basically called Morbid by Nature. So yeah, it's going by my YouTube name because that is the name of my company. So yes, Morbid by Nature. And the reason why I chose this name is because, well, nature can be a little morbid. And on my Etsy shop, I sell a lot of crystals, like crystal pendants, and also crystal bracelets. All my crystals are completely cleansed, either by moonlight or sunlight, or by water or sound or smudging. With cleansing them, I'm not doing any charging. Basically, you know, I want, you know, you to be able to charge them with your own personal energy so, you know, they can work for your effect. So also on my Etsy shop, I am going to be selling a lot of my photography work, but in jewelry form, but also too in some mixed media type of artwork as well. I work with a lot of transfers, so that is basically when it comes to my artwork. If I'm going to be, you know, creating it for Etsy, instead of just having like a picture on the wall, it's a transfer that is almost like acts like a stained glass. And if you put light behind it or put the image basically against like a light wall, the image kind of looks a little bit of a 3D image. I have been starting to incorporate some of my photography work into jewelry as well. And I already do have a piece right here, and you're probably not going to see it, but this was taken in Mount Auburn. I have some other images as well from other cemeteries here in New England, and I have these nice beautiful little brooch necklaces. And what I also created, though I don't think that you're gonna have a good time able to see this, I'll have to show the images that I had put on Instagram. I decided to go small with transfers, which I've never done before. Whenever I usually work with transfers, they're on much more bigger scale. So this is the first time actually doing it in smaller scale. Also, what I'm going to be selling on my Etsy shop are my taxidermy artwork. I do it in jewelry, and I also do it in mixed media as well. I make a lot of shadow boxes, and I'm going to be selling those. I have a few made right now. I don't have a whole lot, but I have a few that I have in the process making. And they're not up yet on the Etsy shop, but they should be in a couple of weeks when I get a chance to photograph. Again, I work full time, so trying to get a chance to photograph, it's really yeah, it's time consuming, so I need to make sure that I have a day where I'm doing nothing that I can photograph my product. But you might not be able to see this, but this is one of my shadow boxes. I'll put a picture up above as well so you can get a better idea. But as I'm pretty sure, as you've seen from my YouTube channel, I do work with smaller bones, and I get those smaller bones from aloe pellets. And if you are unsure what aloe pellets are, I'm gonna leave, link somewhere here, I forget where it shows up, to my other video, which is called Opening Up a Aloe Pellet and What's Inside. And basically that is what I do to get all of my bones from my artwork. All my bones are found in aloe pellets, or I came across them in nature while I was taking a walk, or from a dead, roadkill body that had been decaying on the side of the road. That's usually where I get my bones. I try to get them found in nature, or things that have died naturally, or by, this is, done naturally. The owl eats its prey, and then it regurgitates this aloe pellet that have all the bones inside. So these are from some of my aloe pellets, some little bones, and I have some jaw bones, and also this interesting little skull, which is so rare that ever comes out of an aloe pellet intact, because those little mousy skulls are very, very fragile and they break really easily, so they usually get crushed in that pellet. So to find one that's fully intact that I don't have to put back together, that's a nice one. Another piece that I have right now as well, another shadow box piece. Again, I'll take a picture of it so you get a better idea. This is a vertebrae and some little rib bones from a wild turkey here in the Blue Hills that I found when I was taking a walk years ago. And in Massachusetts, in the Blue Hills, we are littered with wild turkeys and deer. So I do find a lot of animal bones when we are taking our nature walks. So I was real excited to come across these, and I can't wait to give, this little piece at home as well. And as I said, I'm very vulture culture. I like displaying bones out in, beauty of nature, and having that whole mentality of that, death is beautiful, and, it's also a little bit morbid. So, yeah. I will leave a link down below to my Etsy shop. Again, I only have a few items on there so far. Oh, and also too, I also have you're probably not going to see this well, but I have a little dome with a little mouse skull in there as well. It's a little broken, but this is usually like when you open up an aloe pellet, large majority of the time, this is what the skulls look like because they get crushed so easily. So yeah, that is what I've been up to these past few months. Just busy getting my business starting and just getting a bunch of products going as well. So yeah, it's been really challenging these past few months, time consuming, but I'm now getting into a steady groove where I'm not so stressed out. I really want to start showcasing some small businesses on this channel. I do know a lot of people who have some small businesses, and it's good to kind of give that support, and you can find some really unique stuff that is one of a kind from these businesses. Before I go, I actually do want to show something that is from a small business person. And you know, if you're on the YouTube community, you might know her as Midnight Owl. She actually makes her own soaps, and I contacted her last month because I was running low on handmade soaps and I really wanted to get some more, but I wanted it to be from a local person, which is usually where I get all my soaps. I get all my beauty stuff from small local people because, again, I'm giving back to community. So I had her make some soaps for me and I absolutely love them. So this first one is a lavender soap and it looks so gorgeous and it smells great. I can't wait to use these. So I got some soaps and I got some doubles because some of these soaps are going to be going to one of my girlfriends. I hope she's not watching. Please don't watch this winter. You're ruining our surprise. This one is patchouli. And it smells really awesome and I love the designs on them. Like the nice swirl designs. This one she had already had. I think this was apple spice. But it's really cute. I love that little, like, I think it's like a dragon. Yeah, it's a dragon, like a dragon gargoyle. I love that. That's such a cute design. And the last one I have is this pumpkin spice one. I love it. It's like so awesome. It's so pretty. Again, winter, don't look at your gift. So, anyways, if you are interested in getting some homemade soaps, definitely contact her. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel down below, and she usually has in her descriptions a way of contacting her to if you're looking to have some homemade soaps made. And I like homemade soaps. I've been using them for as long as I can remember. They just smell so nice. They feel better than using those mass-produced shower gels. And as I said, a great way of like supporting your local community is buying from people. Well, that's it, and can't wait to see you guys later. And I definitely am going to hopefully get back on track with my YouTube videos and get back into the swing of things, because I definitely miss doing this. As I said, it's a really great way of keeping my anxiety under control and just being creative. But I definitely wanted to, you know, kind of get my business up and going, so I kind of just tuned everything out and just mainly focused on that. And I'm kind of glad that I did that. Yeah, it's kind of like my INFJ personality. I get focused on things. And also, lastly, before I go, there is going to be a dark arts fair in Salem, Mass on March 23rd, and it's going to be at the Hawthorne Hotel. And what's nice about this dark arts fair is that it is called the Daughters of Darkness, Dark Arts, and all the vendors there are women businesses. So if you're interested in anything that is macabre and morbid and spooky and creepy or occult, definitely check out the Daughters of Darkness Dark Market on March 23rd in Salem, Mass. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to have, and donations are being donated to Hawk, which is a center for women and children who have gone through abuse or they are going on tough times. It is basically a great project that they have and a great community center there. And I've done tons of times Walk for Hawk in Salem, Mass. And I have seen Hawk do wonderful things to help women out who have been abused or are on hard times. So, with that said, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.